Today we're going to be talking about the final chapters in the 4-Hour Workweek, chapters 12 through 16, and the section is called Liberation. So there's 4 main areas in the 4-Hour Workweek, main categories, sections, whatever. The first is about definition. It's defining all of the new terminologies and defining the goals of being able to work less but reach your goals and find the freedom that the 4-Hour Workweek provides. And so that's the first section. The second section is all about eliminating. There are so many things in our lives, in our business, that do not get us closer to our business goals, do not get us closer to our personal goals, and those things really do need to be eliminated. There's things that we waste time on just so we can feel good about ourselves because we're accomplishing things or checking something off a to-do list, but those things really are not worth your time if they're not helping you get closer to your goals. So we need to eliminate those. Now, once we finally eliminate those things, the third section is automation, trying to find ways to outsource your business, outsource even parts of your personal life so that you're not doing it, but someone else is doing it. That way it frees your time up to spend more time on the things that really matter, the things that only you could be doing, the things that you should only you should be doing, and other people can help you out with those other things. And the fourth section is about liberation, and we'll get into that right now. Let me read a few little things that really stood out to me. One was this quote by Robert Frost. By working faithfully 8 hours a day, you may eventually get to be the boss and work 12 hours a day. Now, of course, he's being sarcastic and funny, but in real life, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to be the boss where you're working 12 hours a day. You want to be the boss where you're working 4 hours a week, and you can get closer and closer to that by being able to outsource. So, as I'm reading through the book, there's a few things that really stood out to me, and let me read this to you. This is from the author Tim Ferriss from the book 4-Hour Workweek. Just because something has been a lot of work and consumed a lot of time doesn't always make it productive or worthwhile. Just because you're embarrassed to admit that you're still living the consequences of bad decisions made 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago shouldn't stop you from making good decisions now. If you let pride stop you, you will hate life 5, 10, 20 years from now for the same reasons. I hate to be wrong and sat in a dead-end job with my own company until I was forced to change directions or face a total breakdown. I know how hard it is. Now that we're all on a level playing field, pride is stupid. This is even biblical. Pride comes before the fall. Pride is not something that you want to live your life on. Pride is something that's going to cause a lot of heartache in a lot of areas in your life, including your business. If you are being prideful and you're just sticking with something because of your pride, you need to let it go. Being able to quit things that don't work is integral to being a winner. Going into a project or a job without defining when worthwhile becomes wasteful is like going into a casino with a cap on what you will gamble. Without a cap on what you're going to gamble with, it's dangerous and foolish. But you don't understand my situation. It's complicated. Okay, is it really? Don't confuse the complex with the difficult. Most situations are simple. They're just emotionally different to act on and emotionally difficult to act on. The problem and the solution are usually obvious and simple. It's not that you don't know what to do. Of course you do. You're just terrified you might end up worse off than you are right now. And let me tell you right now, if you're at this point, you won't be worse off. And so that's something to really consider. When you're thinking about, you know what, I'm in this job that I hate, I want to get rid of it, I would rather transition and spend more time on my Amazon FBA business, I want to be able to build that up, I want to outsource areas of it so I'm not even having to work very much in it, and I could continue having the income and live a much easier life full of freedom and being able to do other things. It is possible. The book goes on to talk about different things that we worry about. And, I'm worried about paying the bills. I'm worried about insurance. I'm worried about ruining my resume if I quit my current job. And he talks through and walks you through ways to slowly step away from your current full-time job so that you can start spending your time on the things that you're passionate about and finding ways to create a good income on the things that you're passionate about. I love selling online on Amazon. I love blogging and writing books to help other people sell online on Amazon. And I love that I have a job where I can be able to take my time and focus it on the things that I know are helping people, and that energizes me and helps me just keep going, and I love it. And I really feel bad for those who are stuck in a job that is not energizing and just drains them, and then they get home and don't have any energy left for their family. I feel the opposite in a lot of ways. The more I work sometimes in this business, the more energy sometimes I have when I'm not working, and it's awesome. And then the last thing I want to talk about these sections is this section about mini retirements. It's about stopping working so hard and sacrificing your years today so that later in life, when you're 60, 70, 80, whatever, you can have a retirement. And wouldn't you rather have a retirement, live the retirement lifestyle right now, and maybe little chunks here and there while you're still young, while you're still healthy, while you still have energy, while a lot of your friends are still alive? I mean, it's awesome to think about the idea of mini retirements. Taking time out, and this book has been really helpful in helping both my wife and I to look at our business, what we need to eliminate, what we need to outsource, so that we can free up our time to take mini retirements. We have trips planned that we want to go. We want to, go. Like, one of the things on my bucket list is to go visit every Major League Baseball park in Major League Baseball, and so we've got that bucket list. We are going to be able to, every other year, every third year, go visit a new ballpark in a new town, and we can do that because we're setting up our business to run on autopilot while we're away. Now, obviously, you can't run on autopilot all the time. There's times where you need to get some work done, but it's really good to be able to set up your business so that it's not completely dependent upon you. And you can take these mini retirements where you can take trips, but it's not always about trips. It's also about taking little mini retirements of spending consolidated weeks with family and loved ones. For the past 2 weeks, my niece has been in town, and so we've been able to work less and be able to spend more time with her while she's here in town, and it's been really great. Now, we're still doing some work here and there, and we're still having times where we're spending more time working and then less time relaxing, but then the other times it's flipped around. And so this book's really been helpful for us to be able to find that balance, and we're continuing to find new things to outsource, new things to eliminate, and it's just helping us gain more and more freedom. So if you are curious about that, I really suggest this book, The 4-Hour Workweek. You can find it at fulltimefba.com/4hour, and it's really helpful in helping you slowly step away, not completely quit your full-time job, but slowly find a way to step aside from it so that you can have more time with your Amazon business or whatever business that you're deciding you want to spend your time on, or any project that you want to spend your time on, and be able to do it in a way that is not devastating or at all. So check it out. 4-Hour Workweek. We really recommend it. This was our book club book for this month, and I loved it. I'll probably read it again in like 3 or 4 years, because I've already read it once before a couple years ago. Reading it again, learning some more. I think this is a book I will read yet again to get even more about it in the future. So I hope that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you scroll down below, you can like this video, leave a comment, a question, find links from this video. I encourage you to do that, and I also encourage you to go to fulltimefba.com if you're wanting to learn how to turn part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA. I will see you fulltimefba.com. Thanks.